From the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Friday, November 13th, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. Hazleton City Police are investigating a home burglary that took place sometime overnight on Thursday into Friday morning. Police were called to the home in the 600 block of West 6th Street. Police say when the owner returned home from work, they found the door forced open and several items stolen. Anyone with information is asked to contact Hazleton City Police at 570-459-4940 or dial 911. Two people from Hazleton were arrested by Lackawanna County detectives after they say the two men and another were headed to Taylor to sell drugs. Detectives arrested 21-year-old Julian Torres Lopez of East Main Street, 19-year-old Yohanda Vargas of North Bennett Court, and 26-year-old Francisco Gonzalez Mojeca, who was listed as homeless. An officer found a sandwich bag containing 250 bags of heroin stamped Mojo underneath the car's hood, hidden in the fuse box. Lopez was charged with possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, among other drug crimes. He is in Lackawanna County Prison in lieu of $100,000 bail. Both Vargas and Lopez were also charged with various drug crimes and sent to the county prison in lieu of $75,000 bail for Vargas and $125,000 for Mojica. A Hazleton man is recovering from a suspected spice overdose. Hazleton police were called to East Main Street just before 2 o'clock this morning for an unresponsive male in the street. Police, along with APTS ambulance, arrived on location and found Gregory Schaffer lying in the street. Schaffer was taken to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton, for an evaluation. Police say Schaffer will be cited for public drunkenness. A Fairview Township man is out on unsecured bail after the Pennsylvania Attorney General's office charged him with 106 felonies in relation to a state child pornography investigation. Along with those charges, 44-year-old Brian Hoppersberger is charged with an additional and the counts of dissemination, photo or film of child sex acts, and one count of criminal use of a communication facility. Police say this all allegedly happened between July and August. Hoppersberger was arraigned on Thursday in Wright Township, and bail was set at $10,000 unsecured. The child pornography was allegedly shared on a network, and state agents found it linking his IP address. A search warrant was executed on his home, and police confiscated the thumbnail drives and computers showing additional child porn files. 15 individuals have been charged in unrelated insurance fraud investigations by the Attorney General's office. One of the men charged was from Wilkes-Barre, 52-year-old Bonifico Hernandez of Water Street. Hernandez is charged with 12 counts of forgery and 1 count each of insurance fraud and theft by deception. Hernandez allegedly submitted a claim to Allstate Insurance that items stolen from his residence were valued at approximately $14,000, such as 2 computers, a diamond ring, and other items. Investigators found out that the items were allegedly stolen. He is scheduled to appear for a formal arraignment at the Luzerne County Courthouse on January 15th. Charges were filed against a Mahanoy City Borough employee for stalking a woman online. An arrest warrant was issued yesterday for 40-year-old Lawrence Levy. An ongoing investigation showed that Levy stalked his sister-in-law on Facebook in 2014 using the alias of John Smith. The woman's husband complained about the stalking to authorities in March of 2014. Levy failed a polygraph test, and a search warrant resulted in pictures, texts, and messages linking Levy to the crime. He is charged with 2 counts of stalking and 1 count each of obstruction of the administration of law and tampering with physical evidence. According to a recent court ruling, convicted child abuser Jerry Sandusky will be receiving his state pension. His pension was revoked in 2012 after he was sentenced for sexually abusing 10 boys. He and his wife Dottie appealed that ruling, and today the Pennsylvania Commonwealth Court ruled in favor of the couple. The reasoning for the decision was that he was convicted after he retired as Penn State's assistant football coach. The Sandusky's will once again be receiving $59,000 a year. Hazleton City Council candidate John Keegan, who finished 14 votes shy of securing a 4-year council seat, cited alleged improprieties when filing a challenge of the results of the Luzerne County's election board. Challenges must be filed by Thursday when county officials are expected to certify election results. Keegan said he filed the challenge based on issues reported with 2 voting machines at Most Precious Blood Church, concerns he has over a poll worker at Vine Manor High Rise, and an issue regarding absentee ballots. Keegan also filed a petition at the office of the Luzerne County's president judge on Thursday in a bid for a seat that opened when Keith Bast resigned from council on September 8th. The seat last held by Bast has a term that expires at the end of the year. Keegan collected more than the required 10 signatures on the petition for the open council seat. The Hazleton City Authority approved a $10.48 million budget for the fourth quarter ending March 31st, and it comes without a rate increase for customers. The vote was unanimously approved. David Sosar was absent because he was attending the Hazleton City Council meeting. Total operating expenses are $6.12 million. Gross income is at $4.54 million, and earnings before administrative expenses are $3.7 million. Time now for a first look at our forecast. A sunny but very windy day today, but what does our weekend forecast have in store? Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbachik's in the Weather Center with the details. Joe?
Well, we definitely have some wind to deal with as we head into the daytime hours of tomorrow. It's also going to be chilly. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. You can see a couple of sprinkles, a couple of stray showers making their way toward the northeast, especially upstate New York. Even a little bit of some snow and a mixture of some snow and rain as indicated by the blues and pinks. But for our area, it's going to be kind of uneventful, if you will, in terms of precipitation. You see a couple of stray showers here and there, but again, not a whole heck of a lot going on. And temperature-wise, these are 24-hour high temperatures. Since then, temperatures have gone downhill, because right now it's 45 in New Angola, 48 degrees in Berwick, and 47 degrees in Danville. Your complete 7-day forecast coming up in just a few. Ann?
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, we'll hear from the Hazleton Area School District Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Craig Butler, on the financial status of the district, while Harrisburg still battles over a budget. That and much more, including sports, coming up here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Chief Videographer Mike Lula, weather with meteorologist Joe Garbachik, sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Electric Frog Designs is your one-stop for screen printing, vehicle wrap signs, awnings, and so much more. They have all you need for your sporting event, including a large selection of trophies and awards. Custom-made plaques are also available. They can customize your marketing and promotional items, welcome home loved ones, or share the joy of special events with their banners large or small. Locally owned and operated, quality work at affordable prices. Why go anywhere else? Electric Frog Designs, located on Route 309 in Drums. Stop in today.
There is something new to look for at your local Sure Save supermarket. And quite frankly, when it comes to quality and price for your food, it's the best yet. The best yet means hundreds of items packaged at the peak of perfection and priced for the family budget. Look for the best yet label at your locally owned Sure Save supermarket. When you see it, be assured of the great taste at a great price whenever you need it. From canned to fresh to frozen, for quality products at a better price, the best yet, now at your local Sure Save supermarket.
The state budget is now over 100 days, and many school districts around the area are turning to the banks for help. WYLN's Gary Perna spoke with the Hazleton area officials about where they stand today.
The panic button has not been pushed at the Hazleton Area School District when it comes to not having state or federal funding. Superintendent of Schools Dr. Craig Butler and Business Manager Tony Reba have kept everything flowing up to this point.
Logistically speaking, as you said, we're going almost 5 months without state funds. The federal funds actually also flows through the state, so we did not get pretty much state or federal funds. Very limited state funds. We got some property tax, gaming money, but logistically speaking, we get our tax money up front in the year the first 6 months, as you know. So we're getting our tax money, and we did some cash flow projections, and pretty much looking that we'll be in the red come the end of December.
Like Reba said, the fund balance is helping the district get by for now, but they will have to look at getting a line of credit just in case.
We're taking some steps in November now to secure a line of credit. We got proposals from several local banks. We'll be meeting with the board next week in committee, and we're looking to borrow money just as a line of credit. There is talks potentially that there could potentially be a state budget by Thanksgiving. Even if that does happen, it'll be several weeks after that until the money would start flowing. So we wanted to get the line of credit approved in November, so it's there. Basically, it's like a line of credit that you would deal with on your house, that if we don't take the money, we don't pay interest on it.
Superintendent Butler said nothing has stopped since they have no funding.
We are extremely fortunate, thanks to Mr. Reba and Mr. Krasansky and their management of the budget under the direction of the school directors. It has been uninterrupted business for us, really. We have been able to keep our programs moving in a forward motion. Educationally speaking, we have not dropped a beat, really. So we're fortunate in terms of having a very healthy fund balance, relying on that to get us through this troublesome period, and really just doing business as usual.
The Hazleton Area School District is floating for now, but smaller schools around our area are not so lucky.
There are districts, neighboring districts even, that felt the crunch much earlier. Again, thanks to Bobby and Tony and their scrupulous way of handling our budget. Our backs have not been against the wall. We've been very fortunate. But other districts in the surrounding area in the state have suffered early on and had to take on lines of credit and borrowing before we even thought of doing so. So again, we've been extremely fortunate. I'm thankful, obviously, because we've been able to conduct our educational program business as usual.
District officials here at Hazleton area said they're not too concerned just yet with there not being a state budget in place. Officials say they have enough money in the fund balance to carry them through. They said they will get concerned, though, if there's no budget by January 1st. At District Administration for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thanks, Gary. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast. Plus, a look at how One American Legion in Schuylkill County is giving back to area law enforcement. More news is headed your way only on WYLN.
Family owned and operated, the experienced professionals at Lehigh Tire have served the residents of the greater Hazleton area for over 55 years. From our full line of passenger, light truck, and commercial tires to our automotive services, including tune-ups, inspections, oil changes, and alignments.
Every time I've ever done business here, they've been very polite, straightforward, and the job gets done quickly and right.
Find the right tire for the right price today at Lehigh Tire.
Your body was made to move, fluidly and with ease. If the need for joint replacement surgery has stopped you in your tracks, it's time for a plan that can put you back in motion faster. The area's most experienced surgeons, the region's only nationally ranked program. That's orthopedics in action at Lehigh Valley Health Network.
Well, it is very windy out. It is chilly. In fact, I'll just call it cold outside. And this weather's going to stick around as we head into this upcoming weekend. Even some sprinkles out there, a couple of lone showers. Here's a look at the graphic for today. And, well, it was a windy day, colder conditions as what we've had before, much different. And as we go into this upcoming weekend, it's going to be very chilly across our area, especially for our Saturday. And then Sunday, it's going to get a little bit milder across our area, and that mild weather will continue as we go into next week. Live 35 Skycast Doppler, a couple of stray sprinkles and showers out there, even a little bit of a mixture in some areas, as indicated by that little bit of a pink that you see out there. So don't be surprised if you don't see just a couple of snowflakes mixing in from time to time. We're 41 degrees, our live Lehigh Tire conditions outside our station in Hazleton. And there you can see those winds, 10, 15, 20 or so miles per hour, making it feel colder than the actual air temperature indicates. 43 now Mount Pocono, 47 Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport, 49 in Williamsport. But look out northwestern PA, some areas in the 30s. In fact, it's only 33 degrees right now in Bradford. Mid to upper 40s in the Wyoming Valley area, but got a stiff wind occurring. Most of the precipitation, northern Pennsylvania, upstate New York. You can see a little bit of a mixture, and even you see some snow that's actually falling as you go points northern PA, northwestern Pennsylvania. It's that time of year. So far, so good. Haven't seen measurable snowfall across our area just yet, but we know so much can happen, especially now that we're in November. So it's going to be a very chilly day tomorrow. It'll be windy. But by Sunday, things getting a little bit nicer. Here's a look at the wind speeds. Some gusty winds as we go through tonight. Look at tomorrow. These are wind speeds, 20, 25, 30 miles per hour, and then they die down going into tomorrow night. And as we go into our Sunday, not nearly as windy. Taking a look at the numbers, dropping down into the 30s, and tomorrow we may not get out of the 30s. Some areas only in the lower 40s, but with the winds at times, we're feeling like it's maybe in the 20s to only near 30 degrees. So bundle up if you have to do anything outdoors, because with the temperature and with the winds, it's going to feel much colder than the actual air temperature indicates. Extended forecast looking like this, a little bit milder as we start going into our Sunday. We're going to be returning back up into the 50s, and then for next week we will continue to remain in the 50s. Our daytime Pennsylvania lottery numbers: a pick 226, a pick 3 456, and a pick 4 2051. Pick 5 numbers looking like this: 18814. Treasure hunt numbers 139, 25, and 29. Stick around. We'll have plenty more for you coming up after the break.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicapped accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314. Watch Off the Beaten Path on WYLN TV 35 and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed.
This week on Topic A, I'm joined by Mayor-elect Jeff Cassat in his first television interview since being elected. We're going to talk about his goals for the city and what he wants to do to move it forward. This week on Topic A, only on WYLN.
Next Saturday, the American Legion Post 434 in Ashland is coming together to give back to the local police departments that serve the area. Charles Hughes and Frank Rice have gathered other Legion members, and together they're saying thank you with dinner provided.
There's been so many negative things in the paper and on television and all about police. And this is more or less to say thank you to the guys and to show the public that all cops aren't the ones that they're reading about. That, you know, cops are good guys. They do a lot of stuff that people don't read about. And this is our way of kind of giving back a little bit. We have Ashland Police on board with us. We have Butler Township, Girardville, State Police, County Sheriff's Office. And yesterday I called, and the DA is going to send a county detective up, which covers pretty well all aspects of law enforcement for our area.
Rice, the first vice commander for the American Legion in Ashland, is a retired police officer. After over 30 years on the force, 4 years in his hometown of Ashland, 8 years as a military police officer, and nearly 20 years working in Harrisburg with the Capitol Police, Rice says the community should be giving back to the men and women in blue. This is the first year for the event, and the Legion hopes to continue this tradition.
I guess you could kind of say I'm kind of looking out for my own. But these are the guys that take care of us here in town. These are the guys that when there's a problem, people first call. People have a tendency, they'll ridicule when they don't need something, but when they do, when there's an emergency, the first people they call are the fire department or the police department. And it's just the Legion's way. We're a community organization. It's the Legion's way to say thank you, and we appreciate what you do.
The appreciation event will take place next Saturday, November 21st at the American Legion Post 434 in Ashland at 7 p.m. The 12th annual Sounds of the Season concert will be held Saturday, December 5th at 7 p.m. at the Alice C. Wiltie Performing Arts Center. This year's performance will feature the Hazleton Philharmonic Orchestra under the direction of Bob Lagana and the Freeland Community Choir under the direction of Jackie Wetzel. Tickets are now on sale for Sounds of the Season's Ring in the Holiday. Tickets are $12 for adults and $5 for children under the age of 10. If you're interested in tickets, you may purchase them through an orchestra or choral member, and tickets will be available at the door the night of the performance. As always, Sounds of the Season is produced in cooperation with the Alice C. Wiltie Center, WYLN TV 35, the DeMelfi School of Music, Hazleton Centered Speaker, the Hazleton Chamber of Commerce, and Service Electric Cable Vision. And of course, WYLN TV will tape the entire show and broadcast it during the entire month of December. Well, coming up next, Eric DeBaradinas is in with sports here on WYLN. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will have one final look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
WYLN is proud to announce a huge technical upgrade to our channels that will bring a better digital picture and expanded coverage area to viewers all over northeastern and central Pennsylvania. In addition to Channel 35.1 in Hazleton, you can watch a crystal clear picture in Berwick and Columbia County on Channel 47.1 and in East Stroudsburg on Channel 24.1. And we're proud to announce Pennsylvania's newest TV station, Channel 9.1 in Williamsport, serving Lycoming, Montour, Northumberland, and Union counties. Now more than ever, WYLN is your local network.
Off-season training, brutal summer workouts, countless hours of film study, and 10 weeks of football to get to this point. The playoffs are upon us. It's nice to get to districts, but now the objective changes. The focus becomes playing as long as possible.
I don't want to see them go yet. I don't want to see the season end yet. I want to keep practicing and keep playing with these guys, and just be around each other as long as we possibly can. So our goal is to, if we want to do that, our goal is to win Friday.
For Mahanoy head coach Dave Holman, keeping his team together means beating Anthracite League rival Marion Catholic in the District 11 Class A semifinals. The Golden Bears and Colts met just 3 weeks ago in a matchup that resulted in a 35-7 Marion victory. Holman details what needs to be different in Week 11 for Mahanoy to still be playing in Week 12.
We're a little banged up, a little bruised, but no excuses. Marion was the better team in Week 8. I think we need to be a lot more consistent this week than we were Week 8 against Marion. We had a lot of plays ran on offense, but we didn't score off of any, really, except for the one touchdown. So we need to be consistent. We need to finish drives. We need to tackle better on defense. We had some good stops, and then we would let some big plays pop, especially in the run game last time we played them. So, buckle down on defense, tackle better, and be more consistent on offense.
Elsewhere in District 11, the AA bracket includes North Schuylkill, and after falling in the district championship the past 2 seasons, the Spartans are hungry to get back.
That was one of their goals, is to make it the districts again. As we said before, we faced some tough times, but now, they reach one of their goals, so it's really important just to keep going.
6-4 North Schuylkill will travel to 9-1 top-seeded Notre Dame Green Pond. The Spartans have been clicking as of late, but the Crusaders feature both a dynamic offense and playmaking defense.
A lot of good athletes on defense. They run to the ball very well. They have a lot of speed out there. They have nice size up front. So, we have to just, move the chains and move the sticks, and, that's our game plan.
Notre Dame boasts a number of players that transferred when reigning Class A district champion Pius X shut down, including quarterback Trey Jordan, who has accounted for over 3,000 yards of total offense. Kickoff in that one also set for 7. Up in District 2, AA with 2 Wyoming Valley Conference teams. 4C Northwest set to take on top seed Dunmore, and the 2-3 matchup has 9-1 Lake Lehman hosting 7-3 Lakeland. And in the Quad A sub-regional, the number 1 seed and our number 1 team, Wyoming Valley West, plays Nazareth at 7 o'clock. Schuylkill Haven, Myers, Jim Thorpe, and Williamsport, all area teams competing in the Eastern Conference playoffs later tonight. Tonight on Late Edition Sports, WYLN will be the first with Marion Mahanoy highlights, plus scores from other postseason games and previews of Saturday's district matchups. But next, Joe Garbacik is in with a final look at the forecast. Stay tuned.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer-dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, an outside grill, and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
Tickets are now on sale for the annual Sounds of the Season concert at the Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton. Ring in the holidays with performances by the Hazleton Philharmonic Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana and the Freeland Community Choir under the direction of Jackie Wetzel. The audience will be invited to join in the singing of traditional holiday music along with full orchestra and chorus. Advance tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for children. Sounds of the Season is brought to you by these businesses.
Tune in each week to WYLN TV 35 to watch the #1 Hazleton-based broadcasted television talk show, The Storm, hosted by Tiffany Cloud. Candidates, politicians, community leaders, and more appear on The Storm when they want to be heard. New shows air Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and these additional airtimes. Only on WYLN TV 35. We're your local network.
Well, a couple of stray showers around, some of them mixing in with a couple of snowflakes. And yeah, the first time pretty much kind of introducing you to like the mixture of precip a little bit that's occurring as pinks and the blues, indicating a little bit of that snow that is falling as temperatures are cold enough for it in some areas when you combine temperatures with winds. And tell you what, tomorrow it's going to be a raw day and it's going to be very windy. You're definitely going to have to bundle up because it's going to be quite chilly across our area, but high pressure in control for our Saturday, and it's going to get a little bit milder as we go into our Sunday. But tomorrow, at times, it's going to feel like temperatures are only in the 20s to near 30 degrees. All right, here's a look at the extended forecast and what we can expect over the next couple of days, and it gets a little bit milder as we go into our Sunday in the 50s. And then we stay in the 50s as we go into next week, maybe a couple of showers by the ending part of next week. So bundle up.
Bundle up?
Bundle up.
All right, that's all that matters.
Look at that.
Oh,
Hey.
God.
Oh,
I like how
my.
they crossed
Look
out
at
the number. Yeah.
I know I like to tease you, but happy birthday tomorrow.
Thank you.
Anne's birthday, so happy
Thank you.
early birthday.
Thank you very much.
to
That's
Anne.
actually my grandfather who used to dress up as Santa and go to
how
all of
about
our
that?
houses.
Yeah.
I had no
Nice.
idea.
What age is that?
That was probably four years old, 4 or
What are
5.
you turning tomorrow?
28.
There we
I'll
go.
say it. It's fine. It's fine. You always ask
Boy,
me.
you're young yet.
I know. And they all keep
Yeah,
asking what the
the
80s were like. You know, it's you and Gary.
One of these days you'll tell me.
One of these
But
days.
happy birthday.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I hear it might be snowing in parts where I'm from, so we'll see
Oh,
Well, not just the
okay.
flurries, but I
That's
mean,
just
you know
a-
when a flurry happens, everybody gets all
Yeah, go
excited.
get the bread and milk.
Have a great weekend, everyone.